Before we get into the podcast, make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at This Strange World Podcast, and on Twitter at This Strange Pod.
Welcome back to This Strange World. I'm Gavin.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Chris. And guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays.
Yes, happy holidays.
Happy almost. Or Merry almost Christmas.
Merry
almost Christmas.
In like the UK, they say Happy Christmas, but
True.
you know.
When did Hanukkah ended a feud? When did Hanukkah
Like
end? What
yesterday.
did it? No.
Right?
No.
From when we're filming it, but not from when we're
No,
posting
yeah.
it. Not filming,
Oh,
recording.
well, today's the 18th.
Wow, way to give away
when
our
we're
secret.
recording.
Oh, little known fact, we don't actually record on
The day
we post.
we don't record the day we release it.
I thought we were kind of obvious about that. Not gonna lie.
No, that's the joke. That's the joke.
I don't know.
Okay,
Does that
cool.
ruin the magic? Anywho, but Christmas is theoretically like tomorrow or the next day, or maybe we just passed Christmas, depending on if no, it'll be done. This will be
I don't
before
know.
Christmas, probably.
I mean, this whole Christmas is gonna be extremely different, you know, because of the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think leading into today's discussion or topic, that this will kind of bring some like familiarity or just some like feeling into people, you know, this holiday season. I would hope.
Yeah, it's a very. I think it's the I mean, you could. I don't think you could do this topic at any other point in the year. This is like height of holiday season.
Right.
Everyone's got something to celebrate. We got
Exactly.
vaccines coming. Cases are still going up though, so that's not
Yeah.
good.
That's
But
the vaccine's out.
Vaccines out.
It is out.
Holiday
Yeah.
season. Maybe things will eventually get better. It's cold. It's snowy. It just
Oh my
snowed recently
gosh.
from when we recorded this.
On a bright note, though, I think I don't want to be misquoting the health professionals, but on a brighter note, this is the lowest flu season they've ever had because everyone's wearing masks, everyone's social distancing,
Everyone's getting flu shot.
washing their
Yeah,
hands.
it's the lowest flu season, but
Wow.
at the same time, we've had the most amount of deaths, so that's nice.
I don't think that might be true. I don't know because I'm not a health guy, but I think I heard somewhere that they were saying like we're projecting this to be like the lowest flu season we've ever had, like on record, just because everyone's doing what they're supposed to.
That makes sense. I still need to get my
Yeah.
flu shot. I gotta. Maybe by the time this is uploaded, I will have already gotten my flu shot.
I
We
got
can-
mine. Got mine.
I got mine
Finals.
too.
We also just finished finals. That's
We did just
Yes!
finish finals.
Oh my
guys.
god.
We're second semester seniors now. That's wild. I
No.
know.
Don't say that, because then I gotta start like my life.
I know. It's the real world, and then it just brings like Leah. This is our
Yeah.
final individual episode. Next week we got a great one. It'll make sense when we get to it that we're all kind of collaborating on. Each
Right.
week we always do a episode. Last week was mine. This is your final episode of the season. So
Aw.
I know, so sad, but we'll be back next season with tons of fun ones. So
Yeah.
Leah, it's the title of the episode. The people know.
Yeah.
Me and Chris don't know. Well, we know what it is, but we don't know what you're talking about. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about holiday traditions ranging from food, festivities, decorations, you name it. Just those three topics that I said, but I'm
That's
really
fine.
excited
Yeah.
about
It's an
this.
exciting one. I mean, this is one of the first episodes that if you follow any of us on mostly Instagram or social medias, or if you follow our social medias, which, as it said in the beginning, at The Strange World podcast on Facebook and Instagram, we put some polls out to try and get some responses.
Right.
And we
Mhm.
did
Got
get a
some.
few responses.
We did get a few.
I'm sure we'll delve into that. Thanks to people who responded if you're listening to this.
Right.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
So-
like we love hearing from y'all. But, so yeah, should we just kind of like get into this? Like,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to open with knowing what your holiday traditions are for your like family, from food, decorations, and just festivities. Gavin, what do you do with your family regarding those three things?
Food, festivities, and decorations. Is that what it is? Okay. Decorations. I do celebrate Christmas. Go Jesus or whatever. Let's see what we don't do a huge amount of decorating. We get a tree. One of the social media responses was actually from my sister, and it was get a tree the week before. That's not as much a tradition as much as it is that we are just
procrastinating.
Procrastinating. We just got a tree. It's a very short tree. It's like a short plum tree.
So kind of like a Charlie Brown's tree.
There were a lot of I heard Charlie Brown trees at the thing. I had finals. Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm pulling it up. She said getting the tree a week before Christmas. Yeah, that was my sister Juliet. Let's see. Food. In terms of just general holiday stuff, in a previous episode after Thanksgiving, we talked about this, and I forgot what it was called. That I talked about how I made this thing with my extended families. We make these things called fritters.
Bless you. Bless you. Kevin.
Thank you. I don't know if there's a better way I should be pronouncing that. Fritters?
Gavin, are you feeling okay?
It's a little under the weather. It's the season's changing, man. So fritters are like fried dough, I think like ricotta cheese and like sauteed onions, and they are incredible. I make them with my extended family.
That's really good.
We like fry them. Oh my god, they are to die for.
Ooh.
Such good. I mean, it's just like fried. Who doesn't love fried stuff? It's fantastic. And what was
Love
the last
it.
thing? Decorations, food,
Festivities, and decor.
festivities, decor. I don't know if we do a lot of festive. I mean, my family, my extended family that I usually celebrate holidays with, are within a driving distance. They live right across the border in New Jersey, so we usually go there and celebrate with them. But this year, can't do that because I don't know if you guys have been outside recently, but there's a little known pandemic going on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the snow. I thought you were going to say
There's-
snow.
No, there's a pandemic, Chris.
Wait.
So that's what I do.
There's a pandemic going on?
Wait, I was just taking a nap, guys.
I just took a year-long nap. What's going on?
Guys, I've been
Gavin and
asleep
Chris
since like
always joke
February.
around like this. And I just sit quietly like, okay.
Gavin and Chris, classic jokesters. You know what they call us?
Classic kid.
Tweedledee and Tweedle Other D. That's it. That's us.
Tweedle dummy.
Chris, what
Okay.
about you?
Dumb and also dumb.
So Gavin, if you could be quiet for a second, I'm talking about.
Okay.
my
I just love hearing the sound of my voice. I'm sorry.
That's why you wouldn't like being a like what's it called?
Oh no!
From our last
Just so you know, Gavin, I was
a gibbon.
I was joking.
Gibbon. Oh, what a reference! What a callback!
What a callback.
Right?
Check out Chris's final episode, Bigfoot Devils and Other Cryptids, available wherever you get your podcasts.
That was a good episode, actually.
That was a really
That
fun
was
one.
Just so you know, Gavin, I
Anyways.
wasn't being mean to you. I was joking
Chris,
around.
I fully took that personally.
I never know. Okay, so my traditions in my family. So we have a pretty big family on both sides. The day before Christmas, so Christmas Eve, it's my uncle's birthday. So we have my dad's side gets together at my uncle's house to celebrate his birthday and Christmas Eve. So it's like a Christmas party there. And then the day after Christmas is my cousin's birthday on my mom's side. So we have my mom's side. They have their Christmas party the day after Christmas. So it goes Christmas Eve, Christmas, the day after Christmas, and that we had like a 3-day long like party with the family. On Christmas Day, we can't do it this year because of personal reasons, but we usually go to our grandmother's house on Christmas Day. So it's gonna be a little different this year, just personal reasons. But food. So about food, my grandmother, she grew up in the Midwest, and they had like I don't want to get this wrong. My family's gonna yell at me, but I feel like her mother. So this is like 1800s, early 1900s. They would make Christmas cookies like every year. So they would make like a recipe, and then they would make the frosting. So we would like cut the cookies out, bake them, and then frost the cookies. Everyone does cookie frosting stuff, but it's like an old family recipe. And then we just go all out for Christmas at my house. Like our lights in the front yard and everything, we just go all out with the colored lights and everything. Which, by the way, colored lights and white lights, I will talk about this later, but I did do a poll a couple days ago about which color you use. But yeah, so that's our thing. It's just pretty standard. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty like that's a good
Yeah.
it's a good amount of stuff.
It doesn't need to be big. It can be like intimate too, you know? Like
Yeah.
you know, especially right now during a pandemic, you can't do anything big. But
Yeah. On a non-pandemic year, we do a Yankee swap on Christmas.
those are
Day.
fun.
Yeah. On Christmas Day at my grandmother's house, we do a Yankee swap with the family, so it's fun.
Nice.
Sounds fun.
Leah, what are your typical food, festivities, and decor for whatever holidays, not just winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. What do you?
Well, I'm Jewish. So
Jewish.
but
I would also consider
Jewish.
myself Jewish. I'm half Jewish.
Yeah. Never had a bat mitzvah.
Closer
but
to the
anyways,
ish side. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. For food wise and like traditions, like I said in I think it was the last podcast, my dad and I made rum berries and we hand them out to like neighbors, family, friends. My dad hands them out to like his work buddies and whatever, and we've been doing that for as long as I can remember. And my dad did that growing up, and his parents actually used to like sell the rum berry sauce in like shops, in private shops, which is really, really cool. So, to be part of that kind of memory.
Can you explain again for the listeners who don't know what, and also for myself, because I kind of forget what rum berries are, but can you just explain what rum berries are? Because I don't know what they are. So
of course. It's rum, it's cranberries, sugar, spice, and everything nice. No.
Do you like soak cranberries in rum? Like, is it a sauce or is it like a
Yeah,
dessert?
It's like a sauce. You know that like strawberry puree that you can kind of make, in a way? Yeah, it's kind of like that. And what else is in there? Yeah, rum, cranberries, sugar, and just like walnuts, I think it is.
What do you like put it over stuff? You jar it?
Yeah, so you like
mason jars?
Yeah, we get mason jars, we order them, and we sterilize them, but we make massive batches of like probably 3 dozen, 4 dozen. It's a lot.
Wow.
And we like make the labels for them, and we just drive around the neighborhood handing them to our neighbors and stuff, but it had to be
yeah.
Sorry, I just saw my dog like fall off the bed. It had to be a little bit different this year. We made a smaller batch, but yeah, it's a very fun thing to do. So that's like food and tradition wise.
Yeah.
Festivities wise, we had a neighbor who sadly moved to Florida, I think a year and a half ago, and Christmas Eve was her birthday. So we'd all go to her house and we'd do, like Chris said, a Yankee swap or a grab bag.
Yeah.
Which is always really fun. Of course, I never really got what I wanted because someone would take my gift, but that was kind of like what we did. So those are kind of like my traditions, my holiday traditions.
Did you mention decorating? I don't know if you mentioned decorating.
Okay, so yeah, for decorating, we do have a tree. It is a fake tree just because, the real tree, it can be a lot to handle. But yeah, we decorate the tree. We have like holiday music playing, and it's just, like I said, it's really cozy, intimate, good vibes. We have the dogs there as well. This will be Felix's first Christmas with us and first Christmas period. So I'm looking forward to like that.
Yeah. So that's great. I don't know if I would consider any of our traditions necessarily super unique. Like I assume a lot of the ones you're going to be talking about, we are going to be unfamiliar with. The rum berries, I think that's like very unique to you, like that of like, I don't do that. But
of course. Oh my gosh, the list that I found for this, I found many, many links, let me just say. And if I could say every single place in the world and all their like separate fun, amazing traditions, I would, but this podcast would be 24 plus hours. So yeah, I did pick out a few, but like you said earlier, we did ask people on our social media, what are some of your traditions and the background behind them? So I do actually have a few kind of like responses from that. Gavin and Chris, I don't know if you guys have any responses as well that you got, any feedback?
I do have some good ones. Do you want me to go? Do you want us to go first?
Yeah, you guys go first.
I'll start it off. I don't know how we feel about shouting people out. I'm just going to give first names because I don't know, keeping some privacy. So one of my friends, Evan, he wrote, which I am familiar with this one, hiding a pickle ornament on the tree and whoever finds it first opens their gifts first. Have you guys heard of like
a real pickle?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a real pickle. I have a pickle ornament and I know like my grandma used to have a pickle ornament.
Okay.
But so what?
No, this is in the, I mean,
you're going to talk about this?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. Then I'll stop talking about it. Another one that I got was from these two similar ones. Ray said a Yankee swap, which we've already talked about. And another person, Meg, said that her and her siblings opened the presents they got each other on Christmas Eve, which I think also isn't too,
sweet.
Opening something on Christmas Eve, like one present or something, isn't, I don't think, too uncommon.
Right. I actually have something about that, but I'm not going to steal your thunder here. Yeah, keep going.
And That's all I got. The other responses were jokes or inappropriate. So I'm not making this episode explicit. So we'll keep it moving along.
Okay, Chris, what about you? Any responses?
Are we just saying first names, or are we saying like relationships?
Yeah, first
to us?
names.
Oh, I didn't even say relationships. I just said shout out first name.
Okay, I have one from Matt who says, "Nothing unique, lots of coffee, lots of coffee."
Lots of coffee.
Yeah, he said maybe I should start with something new. Well, Matt, if you're listening to this podcast, you may find something new to listen to do. Beth says hibachi on Christmas Eve. So like,
Ooh.
yeah, go to
Yeah.
hibachi place.
Okay.
That sounds nice. That actually sounds really nice. I was just talking to my mom. She was saying that she would open up a gift on Christmas Eve. Not every year, but it was most years. It was like pajama bottom. So pajamas. So her parents would get her pajamas. They would open it up, and then they would like sleep in them that night.
Yeah.
And which is funny because she actually gave us that tradition when we were kids. So these pajamas that I'm wearing right now, yes, hint, hint, I'm wearing pajamas right now. These were a gift from last year's Christmas. That I got on Christmas Eve.
Do you get pajama bottoms like every Christmas?
Basically, yeah. Basically every Christmas I got pajama bottoms for Christmas. Yeah.
It's like the Weasleys.
Aw.
Yeah, so she would give it to us Christmas Eve. She would give it to us Christmas Eve, and then we would put them on and sleep in them that night, and then we'd wake up wearing our pajamas on Christmas morning.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I wish like that's something I would do.
Yeah.
Or I wish my mom would do.
You look very comfortable in those. I'm wearing khakis.
I'm wearing
They're
two
also very
Christmas gifts.
comfortable.
I'm wearing two Christmas gifts right now. I got this sweatshirt as a Christmas gift, and I got these pants as a Christmas gift.
Are you also wearing pajama pants, Leah?
I am, and they were from last year's Christmas as well.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wait.
I'm wearing some gray khakis.
Yeah.
Actually, they're not pants. They're skinny. My mom got them for me. She's like, "This is your Christmas present, khakis." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I'm happy to have them. I wanted new pants."
Awesome.
They got a little stretch in them. They're from the Gap. Shout out to the Gap. I've been trying to get a sponsorship from the Gap for a while. So
Oh, wait.
We love
hit
the
me
Gap.
up.
I got one more. I just remembered.
Go for it.
From my mother. So when she was a kid, she had everyone got in her family. So her family's pretty big. For some reason, everybody in my family has a big family. She was one of 5 kids, and everyone got a llama, like a little llama ornament, and it was like a wooden, and it was from Lebanon, I think. It was from. I'm completely flubbing on this. I have no idea, but I think it's from Lebanon because I'm Lebanese. And so every year she hangs it on the Christmas tree. So she's been hanging it up on the tree for, I don't want to name drop her age, but for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
As long as she's been
Aw.
alive, my mom, she's been hanging on the Christmas tree. So yeah,
That's cute.
Yeah.
So Leah, did you ask people on your Instagram, right, about their traditions?
Yeah.
Why don't you give us some of the responses?
Yeah, so I don't really hear back on Instagram. I kind of had to ask people afterwards.
Mhm.
But some of the responses were that one of my friends, I'm not going to name their name, but some of their relatives would come from Philly, and the day after Christmas, or a couple of days after Christmas, they would spend a day in the city looking at the tree and just like sightseeing. And if you go on like Fifth Avenue and you have like all the like lights and the decor and like the windows, it's really pretty. If you haven't gone to do that, highly suggest it. Another friend of mine, I can name her name is Emily. Her and her family would actually go to Florida to visit her grandparents and have a really nice family dinner, or go swimming or to the pool. Obviously this year that wasn't able to happen because of COVID, so it stinks. But another friend of mine, Ben, him and his mom used to make apple cider donuts. And apparently one of his aunts, or two of his aunts, or one of his aunts and uncles, whatever, are chefs. And whenever they go over for like family dinners and stuff, they have like really good food.
Oh my goodness.
So that sounds really nice. And then my friend Jeremy, who was here on an episode in The Last of Us.
Ago, yeah.
Right.
Go check it out if you haven't.
Overhyped The Last of Us.
Right.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Him and his mom's family has like a 7 fishes dinner, which is really cool.
7
but I feel like
fishes?
you'd be really full after that. Yeah.
Wait,
7
they cook
fishes.
like 7 different types of fish?
Well, I'm gonna get into that later
Or
in
do
the
they-
podcast.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh,
then.
it's a common. It's not. It's a unique. All right, we'll get into it.
We're gonna approach the first part of the podcast as a game. Yeah,
Oh, I love games. Yes.
I know, right? So I'm gonna tell you the food, and you're gonna guess where in the world this tradition is, tradition is.
This reminds me of the Bizarre Tourist Attractions episode, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we're not being subtle about that at all.
Because that was a game that I did where it was like trying to get you to guess where it is in the world, but then I was running it and I was able to sit behind and laugh because you guys weren't getting it, and now I'm not going to get any of these.
No.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I don't know if there's actually been an episode where it's been a game thing that wasn't me running it. So this might be the first game that I'm in and not running. I'm excited.
Yay! Let's go. Okay, so the first one is KFC. Where do you think they would have KFC for the holidays?
Chris, I think I know the correct answer, so I'm going to let Chris go.
KFC.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they're kind of their own country. Kentucky kind of is its own country. Kentucky.
Okay, Gavin.
My answer is, what is Japan?
Ding, 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 ding. Yes,
What?
Since Christmas is not a national holiday, but in recent years it has become a popular non-religious time of celebration. Gifts are exchanged, lights are hung, and fried chicken is eaten. Oddly enough, the meal of choice for Christmas in Japan is Kentucky Fried Chicken. There are several theories on how this came to be a national custom. One is a successful advertising campaign by KFC labeled Kentucky for Christmas. Another is that when Americans visited for the holidays, the closest thing that they could get to turkey was a KFC dinner. So then locals were caught onto the trend.
Wow, that's interesting.
Gavin, how did you know that?
I've read that before, or seen that on like an Instagram Explorer page. That was like hidden deep within my, like, I knew that.
That was such like a very specific country, like Japan.
I knew it was either like Japan or China. I knew it was somewhere in Asia. Somewhere over there. I was pretty confident with that one. I don't think I will be as confident going forward, but I feel great.
Okay, well, the next one? What about apples? Where do you think apples?
Just apples?
Apples.
Just in general? Like what places has a lot of apple dishes?
No, just like where apples are part of a tradition and people eat it instead of like a pie or something. I don't know.
Can I ask, so are these not American, or these could also be in America?
These could also be in America. It's all over the world.
That's so hard.
Do you want a hint?
Chris, can I guess first before you get a hint?
Yeah.
I'm feeling somewhere in Europe, so like
close.
Hungary or Poland or Hungary. Hungary is my guess there.
Hungary's a good guess. I'll take the hint.
Somewhere near Europe, I will say.
Near Europe. I don't think it's gonna be in Africa. I don't know what is near the Asian border to Europe besides like Russia, but I don't think there's many apples in Russia. What did you say? You said Hungary?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Poland.
Okay, well, it's China, because in China, less than one.
That's not really near Europe.
It's not near Europe at all.
No, it is kind of on a
sense. If you look at it
general
on
sense is what I was looking at. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So less than 1% of the population are Christian in China, so Christmas isn't widely celebrated. However, a tradition that is becoming increasingly popular is the exchanging of apples on Christmas Eve. These are called peace apples and came to be because of the word for Christmas Eve in Mandarin, Pingye, and it sounds similar to the word for apple, Pinggu, in Chinese, but of course Chinese New Year is the more popular holiday in China. The traditional foods eaten on this holiday each serve a certain significance for the upcoming year. Long noodles are served to symbolize longevity, dumplings and spring rolls symbolize wealth, and tangerines and oranges symbolize fullness. But in this case, for Christmas, it is apples, or pingye.
I feel like that was somewhere deep in my brain, and aren't mandarin apples a type of apple?
That's mandarin orange.
Oh, mandarin orange.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think, what's other places that have apples besides, like, I don't know, I don't know where apples are from.
I've kind of seen this as well, because I had a family friend who was Asian, and we were very, very close, and I think I remember her giving me an apple for, like, Christmas. I was like, what? And
That's
I'm
cool.
like, oh,
I like
okay,
That's nice. I like that. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah,
I get on board.
Yeah,
It'll keep the doctors away.
There you go.
All right.
That's what they say.
The next one is another fruit, grapes. Where do you think grapes come from when it comes to Christmas?
Oh, I think I got this.
I have a guess.
I
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Chris has been going first a lot. I'll go first.
Okay.
Unless you want to go first, Chris.
No. By all means, Gavin. The floor is yours.
I'm going to go with Greece.
Uh-huh.
Chris, you look disappointed.
I'll tell you, Chris, that's not it. So you do have a chance.
That was gonna be my guess is Greece, because I think Greece is like, the wine and the
we all thought the same thing. The wine. I have a second guess.
France.
Oh, that wasn't even gonna be my second guess. Can I have a second guess?
Yes, you can.
I don't think this is true, but I'm gonna say Italy.
Okay. Well, no, but nice guess to both of you.
Is it like
Spain.
Korea? Oh, Spain.
Oh, Spain. All right, I wasn't.
I thought you were gonna say like another Asian country and be like, it's near Europe.
It's Mongolia.
Shush. Okay. In España, a unique holiday tradition is on New Year's Eve where grapes are served as a midnight snack. As the clock chimes to bring in the new year, it is custom to eat 12 grapes, one for each month of the new year. Called the 12 grapes of good luck. You must pop one grape in your mouth at each clock chime. However, when midnight hits, you stuff your face with as many grapes as you can before the clock chimes stop. Whoever eats the most wins.
Huh. Fun fact, I got
That's if you want to turn it into a game.
pickpocketed in Spain. I got my wallet stolen.
They probably wanted to buy more grapes, Gavin.
Seriously?
I guess I don't have very fond memories of España. But I do dig grapes. Oh wait, because then what's that one drink? Oh, it's like a type of wine. Oh my god, hold on, let me think.
Wine, grape.
I mean, like every single wine has grapes.
Yeah, you have to have grapes to make wine.
It's like a fruity drink. Oh, it's on the tip of my sangria.
Sangria.
Lips taste like
sangria. It's more of a punch, I guess. A quintessential summer drink. All right, well, that's kind of stupid.
Wrong season, Gavin.
Wrong season.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll kind of keep grapes in mind now since we're talking about wine. Oh, lead into next place. Where do you think they have wine as their traditions?
Oh, I think me and Chris are probably on a similar page. Do you want to say it first, Chris?
I think I said this country already. It's not France. Italy. I think Italy.
Mm-mm.
You don't think it's Italy? Wait, so you said no to Italy?
No to Italy.
Then I think I'm gonna guess France. That seems like the other one. France.
Okay. Well, it was neither. It's actually Germany.
Huh?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
But they
Two
make
very
beer.
different huts.
They do beer though, don't they?
Yeah, but in Germany, classic mulled wine or Gulawein, I'm sorry if I mispronounce that, is a must and is served in special mugs at outdoor Christmas markets in big town squares. Another take on this mulled wine includes high-proof rum and fire called the Fire Tog Punch, or some other really long word, which I'm not going to be able to say. Germans also enjoy eating the traditional baked treat called Christmas Stollen. This is also a dense and decadent loaf with bits of fruits and marzipan on top.
Huh. That sounds kind of good. I dig
that sounds fun.
Sounds pretty good.
That's interesting. I feel like Germany, is very much more known for like beer and stuff. I'm surprised for like, you said like a mulled wine, right? Not just normal, like a mulled wine? Oh.
Yeah, like a mulled wine, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like good for that. Like go for it.
Hey,
whatever gets you going. Like
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys mentioned this. I think it was Gavin before said something about fish.
Is the next one you're talking about a place that eats fish?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to guess?
Ooh. Do you want to go first, Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess Israel.
Okay.
That's a good.
That's a good guess.
It's by a body of water. I'm going to go with. I feel like all of these have been kind of not purposely tricks, but like things that don't seem like they go there. So I think I'm gonna guess. I think this has been guessed pretty much every round for like a few rounds. I'm gonna go with Italy.
Woo! Yes.
No.
Oh, what?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So apparently in Italy on Christmas Eve, Italians eat fish and lots of it. It is traditional to eat many different kinds of fish for Festa di Sette Pesci. I'm so sorry, which means
Post to the Italians listening. I don't even know if we get downloads in Italy. I should have been looking along with the.
I'm so sorry. Which means feast of 7 fishes. Cod, oysters, and eel. Oh my. For dessert, they often enjoy a spongy fruitcake or panetto.
Yeah.
Not even worried.
We don't have any downloads from Italy. We do have some from Germany. Shout out Germany.
With a mug of hot chocolate when they return from mass. I just should have said that instead of trying to pronounce it.
That's fine. Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
you did a good job, Leah.
That's great.
Yeah.
These are. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more tough words throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, this is going to be a really hard episode.
Do not blame you. Wow. I honestly, that was a shot in the dark.
I mean, you did guess it like 3 times in a row, so I don't think it was.
One of these times, I knew that Italy had to be right. That's great.
So I do have one more. In Australia, instead of warm meals and drinks, in effort to keep cool, since Christmas kind of falls in the beginning of summer for them, Aussies have a luxury of having a hot, sunny Christmas. Australia puts spin on holiday foods. Cold turkey, lobster, and plum pudding with the cold custard. In true Aussie spirit, the big meal is often a barbecue-styled lunch with refreshing salads, fresh fruit, and even ice cream.
Can you imagine having Christmas in the summertime?
Can you imagine having lobsters for like a holiday, like
that's
like that, like for like Christmas Eve?
That's
Heck wild. Yeah,
that would be fun.
That would be fun.
It would kind of throw me off though a little bit. I would be like, my brain would do a double take. Like, wait a minute, something's not right here.
Cool. So now, since we finished the food portion, let's get into the festivities. So I will start out by saying, I used to work at a ski resort, and one of the festivities that they had there was like a Santa Con where you'd go up and you come down wearing a Santa suit, and everyone would do it. The instructors, the people, just, the visitors and stuff. It was really, really fun. I never participated in it because I was always in school when it would happen, but that's another festivity that, kind of fun.
Would people take a wicked spell too?
Yeah, just seeing Santa's like face plant. So Kiyoshi. Okay, so the first festivity is in Wales, and it's caroling with the dead horse. So, do you want like the short explanation or the long explanation?
I think.
Oh my God, you did it!
What?
You're talking about it. I wanted you to talk about this.
Oh,
this is the one thing I wanted you to talk about.
Oh, great. Well, then let's take the long explanation.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. So, the long explanation is, as the legend goes, during the holidays in Wales, the dead horse Mari Lwyd rises from the grave, then goes door to door, challenging those who dare to a rhyming battle of wits. In practice, here's what that looks like. Groups of revelers take a decorated horse skull around and knock on doors. When the door opens, the group will sing Mary Lwyd's challenge, then start a pwinko, or call and response rhyme battle with those inside the home, each group trying to outdo the other.
Yo, so you're telling me that people walk around with a horse skull and they're like, yo, let's rap battle right here, right now. Like, give me a beat.
Yeah.
That's so hype. I want to
really
go to
cool.
Wales for what did you say this was? Like Christmas
Mary
time?
Lwyd? Oh, Christmas time. Around Christmas time, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Guys,
Yeah,
we got to
that's
take a
fascinating.
plane to Wales. I got to see this in action. That's sick.
Mm-hmm. Well, this happens, it says, through Christmas and kind of like late January, so like, let's go.
Yeah, bet. Well, Chris, this was one that you wanted to talk about, so what do you have to say about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is I had seen something about this earlier, and I wanted to do an episode about Christmas traditions because of this thing. And it's called I think it's called the Mari Lwyd or something, like Mari Lwyd.
Uh-huh.
And so what I had heard was they would go door to door and the person who had the horse skull would sing songs about why they wanted to come inside, and the person who was inside had to sing songs about why they shouldn't come inside, and whoever had the more compelling argument. So the horse, if they won, they got to go inside and they got to drink all the beer. If the person inside won, Malid would have to go away. So if the horse won, they would go inside, and all the people inside, like the horse skull, would drink all the beer inside the fridge.
Oh, that's kind of hype. I kind of dig that.
I like that too.
That's cool.
I think we should bring this to America, but like not tell people about it. Like I think we get a horse skull, start going door to door, and just challenging people to rap battles of why we should drink their beer.
Yeah.
Yo, Gavin, let me come into your house. I want some beer in mine. Fill it into my mouth.
Hey. All right. So yeah, sure. Come on over. You win. I can't.
I'm so bad at rap too. Okay. The next one you all are gonna know. It is Elf on a Shelf. Do you guys want to say what you know about it, or should I just kind of like say it?
Yeah, he's a snitch.
Yeah, it's like a little. He's keeping watch for and reporting back to the big man.
Yes, that is true. It's also like a game. So most of you know or have probably heard of this. I know I have, but never really knew exactly what it was. But here's the premise. Scout elves help Santa manage his list by embedding themselves into the homes of children and observing their behavior each day. Each night, these sleeper agents return to the North Pole with a report for Santa on who has been naughty and who has been nice. After delivering the messages to Santa, the Scout elves return to their homes each morning to a perch in a new area of the house and wait for the children to find them. Once discovered, they cannot be touched by tiny human hands, or their magic is broken and their family gets no presents from Santa.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that there was something about like you can't touch them. And I think that's probably just to make kids not like move them or like take them or whatever.
Or break anything. Sleep would be my case.
Yeah, the Elf on a Shelf.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this originated in Georgia as well. Which I didn't.
Georgia the state or Georgia the country?
I think the state.
Okay.
Georgia of the United States. I feel like Elf on the Shelf was a little bit, in terms of being like the ones that you can like buy at the store, I think that was a little bit after our time. Like I feel like those like, I don't know what company makes. I mean, those are actual elves on shelves. Those are actual elves from Santa, 100%.
Yeah,
but,
they're real.
Those ones that everyone like, their new fits. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a little bit past our time. I mean, it might have been a tradition before, but like in terms of those like mass-produced elves.
I think it was around like 2005 or 6.
They blew up.
It was definitely a thing when we were kids.
No, but not in the extent that it
it
was.
Bigger. Yeah, I agree. It's bigger now.
This makes me feel so old.
My parents just never did it because they thought it was too creepy.
Yeah.
To have that thing watching all over us.
Sleeper agents.
Yeah. So instead of Elf on a Shelf, El Cagner, aka the Defecator, is the most important holiday figurine, even if it is a little obscene. Which makes sense since the porcelain doll is squatting with his pants down. And yes, he is trying to take a number 2, if you didn't get that. The exact... This is from Spain, and the exact
jokes,
legend...
Laid a little Yule log.
Nice. All right.
Sorry, go. I'm sorry.
The exact legend of how this tradition got started is still unknown, but legend has it that farmers would be punished with a poor crop harvest and bad future if they didn't include a Cagner within their nativity scene. Did I say that right?
What?
Yeah, the nativity.
Yeah.
That's
Chris, you can explain that to me because I don't really know what that is.
A nativity scene? Like, those are like the little figurines of like Jesus and Mary and the three wise men.
Nativity scene. Yeah, the nativity scene is Jesus' birth in the crib with the animals and the shepherds and the mom and dad. And apparently in some places a pooping...
A guy taking a number 2.
Yeah, a guy taking a poop.
But today, the tradition continues with Christmas markets selling old-school Cagners alongside new versions that feature famous faces such as footballers, rock stars, and Barack Obama.
I'm sure that they have one like with Trump too, and like I'm sure they got like all the major presidents and anyone who you want like pooping in your house.
Why though? Like I don't. Why?
What if you could like have your face on it, like that idea? No one take it. I'm gonna copyright it first. I'm gonna ampersand that stuff. That stuff. Yeah. Cool.
Of putting your own face on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do. Yeah.
It's like. Yeah. Okay.
Let's make merch. Let's make merch of people's faces. It's like a Funko Pop.
Gavin, Chris, and Leah taking a Funko Pop squat. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one you all have probably heard of is Krampus. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah, wasn't that the one that was in The Office, like that Dwight was talking about?
No, that was Belschnickel.
Oh. I just know Krampus is like getting all the bad kids or something.
They made a movie about it.
Yeah, probably.
They did, yeah. So Krampus is from Australia, Germany, and Hungary, and basically bad children in the US get coal, but other bad children around the world get a visit from Krampus. The beast-like creature shows up in order to punish the ill-behaved. If he discovers a particularly bad child, he bundles him into a sack and carts him away, presumably for a midnight snack.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty freaky.
Yeah.
That's really freaky.
They go hard, like in Germany and Austria. Like they're like we got like Elf on a Shelf, and like they're watching you. Meanwhile, Germany, they're like, this guy's gonna come and he's gonna eat you if you're a bad kid.
They always gotta mix them.
They gotta step it up.
Scare the kids. Like what? Why? It's Christmas.
Behave. Well,
Oh my
behave.
God. Parents have the weirdest tactics to get their kids to behave. If you don't behave, this thing's gonna kidnap you and eat you in the night.
Boogeyman.
We'll all be like that one day. Yeah.
Charlie, go to bed, or else Krampus is gonna come get you. Okay. This one is called La Befana from Italy. Santa Claus is not the highlight in Italy come Christmas Eve, but instead an ugly, kind old witch is known as Befana, giver of gifts, consoles giving the gifts. On January 5th, known as the Eve of Epiphany, parents will leave out a piece of broccoli with spiced sausage and glass of wine for Befana. Traditions say the good witch flies around on her broom and enters houses through the chimney to deliver clothing, toys, and candy for all the good children. On January 6th, children will find the treats and toys in their stockings.
Yeah, everyone's always got their own form of Santa or witches or Krampus. Other things.
Krampus, yeah.
Yeah, those. I feel like we could do a whole episode just on different countries' versions of like Santa and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, there is so much.
Maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, I think we'll be around next Christmas. Yeah.
Who knows? Let us comment. Let us know.
Now we are done with the festivities. Let's move on to decor. One of like my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. So who mentioned pickles earlier? Was that Gavin?
I mentioned the pickles, yeah.
Okay, so this origin is unknown, but decorating your Christmas tree with pickles, particularly a pickle, is hidden deep within the burrows of a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve for children to find on Christmas morning. The first one to spy the pickle gets a special gift or is given the honor of opening the first present. Short and sweet.
Oh, I like that. I don't like the pickle, but I like that.
You don't like the pickle. Chris, you love pickles.
I love pickles, but I don't think they belong on trees. I think they belong in the fridge or in
jars. They belong in our tummies.
Right, exactly.
A good pickle.
I say
kind of
2020, leave the pickles off the trees.
I disagree. I think we need to bring pickles back to trees.
This is kind of like finding the afikomen in like Passover for like Jewish holiday, where like you hide a piece of the matzah around the house and the kids try and find it, and the first one to find it gets like money. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, this is almost like a freaking Easter egg hunt. Like there's who doesn't like it's always find something, and whoever finds it, you get something.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one to find the afikomen because I'm usually the only one looking for it to get money because I'm broke. So there was that one. Okay, so the origin for this is in medieval Europe. Hang old oranges around the house. This was once used as protection against the plague. Pomeranders rose in particularly in the 17th and 18th century of Europe, but while we know now that these sweetly scented invitations do nothing to ward off sickness, pomeranders make cheerful holiday decorations and fill your home with a lovely aroma.
I love the smell of oranges. I think that's a great smell. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's like a holiday smell.
No, it's very
It's a-
summery.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
like
very
oranges. That's a good scent. What would you guys say are
Yeah.
some holiday scents? You get your pine,
You get pine.
You got
You
your
got
peppermint,
peppermint.
cinnamon.
I would say cinnamon.
Oh, gosh.
Pumpkin is closer to like Halloween and October.
Yeah.
You know what's a weird one that no one really thinks about unless you really live in the Northeast. Right after it snows and you step outside at nighttime, that's a cool smell for like Christmas and stuff. Just because it's
It is.
snowy and it's all
We should
That is
make that into a
nice.
scent.
Yeah.
We should make that
It'll be
scent.
called Snowy Night.
Snowy night. There we go. Boom.
Snowy night. Lovely. I buy.
Snowy night.
Night.
All right. Let's keep going.
Okay. The last one on this list. First of all, this is going to be another shout out to one of our old episodes, the phobia episodes, because this kind of has to tie into
Yes.
that.
Heyo.
If you
I'm
got
literally
into
so on fire right now.
bizarre phobia, we got to start counting how many times we shout out old episodes. If you're interested in phobias, check out the Bizarre Phobias episode. That was my episode. Loved it. Great one. Tell us about this phobia or whatever.
Yeah, so if you have arachnophobia, you might want to head on over to listen to our other phobia episode. But
See ya.
spider. But anyways, spiderweb trees in Ukraine. Christmas
Oh.
trees in Ukraine. Yeah, I knew I was going to get some type of reaction from Chris.
Oh.
Christmas trees in Ukraine are often covered in spider webs. Folklore tells the story of a poor family who grew a Christmas tree from a pine cone. The children were excited about decorating their own Christmas tree, but the family was poor and they weren't able to decorate it for the holiday. When they woke up Christmas morning, they found spiders had spun webs around the tree's branches. Today, Ukrainians dress their trees up in spider webs to welcome good luck into the coming year.
All right. Hey, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No,
But
I don't like the spider stuff, but you know.
yeah, that would give me the heebie-jeebies. But besides that, ugh.
So, last one is an honorable mention. Now, this one you kind of might want to brace yourselves. It's not necessarily explicit, but some wording might be a little off-putting, let's just say.
All right.
And this one is the Yule goat origins, Sweden decorate. In Sweden and parts of the northern United States, families adorn their homes and Christmas tree with jubilock or the Yule goat. Though no one knows exactly why goats figure so heavily in Scandinavian festivities, the Yule goat was probably invented to honor the mythical goats Oive, Tangrinsner, and Tanginsjorstor. I'm so sorry. In North.
Wow.
Listen, Swedish is hard. We should start putting disclaimers at the beginning of videos like we don't know how to pronounce stuff. Please don't take any of this personally.
I'm really sorry. Like if I knew how to pronounce it, I would.
We
But anyway,
we have had some episodes downloaded by people from Sweden. So if they download this episode, what's up, Sweden?
what's up? I'm so sorry. I'm really trying. Okay, but anyways, in Norse mythology, these giant grazers pulled the god Thor's chariot and would rise whole and new each morning after being killed and devoured by their master each evening. Originally part of the winter celebration called the Juliofur, or Yule sacrifice, the Yule goat was portrayed by a man dressed in goat skin carrying a goat's head. At the end of the day, the Yule goat would be quote-unquote killed, but like Tangenior and Tanginostor would rise from the dead as the Yule sun rose in the sky. Today, the Yule goat is remembered in ornament form. Made of straw and decorated with red ribbon, Yule goats are hung on Christmas trees or placed under them.
Cool.
Okay, that's
that
cool.
one's that one's like getting into the
That was
mythology
cool.
of it.
That's
I dig
cool.
that.
Yeah,
I dig that too.
I thought that
Yeah.
was cool.
I especially like Norse stuff.
Yeah, but I felt really bad for the mispronunciation of the words.
Listen, people can only be so multicultural. I barely know English, so I apologize
Seriously,
when I
yeah.
mispronounce stuff. Like you did you made the effort. You tried.
I
And
tried.
that's all
I
that
tried.
matters.
That was a good list, Leah.
That was
really
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
You did a good job.
yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah.
So, Chris and Gavin, out of the list from each category, why don't we do that? Which one was your favorite? Starting with food. Which one was your favorite? Gavin.
I like the Japan eating the KFC because I think that one, I mean, they were all pretty unexpected, but that one I would say was I would not be so quick to assume that or to think that, but yeah, Japan eating KFC. That's interesting.
And that wasn't just like one website that I found. It was like I had like 10 websites lined up.
No, yeah, I've heard of that. That's a thing. Like
7 out of 10. I was like, whoa.
That's like a
I've never
known
heard of
thing.
that.
I've heard of. I've like the moment you said that, I was like, oh, I feel like I've heard of that. So
okay.
Yeah.
What about when it comes to festivities? Which one?
Festivities. I liked the rap battles one, not the rhyming battles with the dead horse. I like that one too. That was a pretty fun one.
I thought my rap was pretty good. Like
I think it was. I think you could definitely get into some houses and drink some of their beer for sure.
And what about when it just comes to decor? Which one was like your favorite?
I like the pickle one because the pickle. That's a classic, and I like it's competitive. You gotta find something and then you get something, and it's a scavenger hunt. That's always fun. That's a classic. So that's what I have to say about it.
Okay, Chris, starting from decor, we're gonna work down to up. What was your favorite?
On decor or the
on
food?
Decor first.
Decor first. Oh, okay. Wow. I really like there's the spider one. I like the goat one actually. The honorable mention.
The goat one?
Yeah, because I like the fact that it's like a mythology thing, and I've always been a big fan of like mythology and sort of supernatural stuff, and having the goats rise from the dead is kind of cool. My Christmas, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The traditions one, you'd already know.
Festivities.
The festivities. You already know what I'm going to say.
Is it the horse?
Yeah, it's the muddy. I can't say it, but the muddy weed. That one. I love that one. I love that one.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
And food. What about food?
I like apples, so I like the apple thing. And I like the fact that like they just like to keep it real by like we're gonna eat apples on Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it sounds the same.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised none of you said like any of my favorites, so that's good. Because now
great. What were your favorites?
Okay, so from food, I really like the grapes.
That was a good one.
I was gonna say that was my second one. I like the all-you-can-eat grapes.
It's like Chubby Bunny, but grape edition. But please don't choke, and if you attempt it, please be really careful. Ideally, don't attempt it. Festivity-wise, I'd probably have to go with what was it? It was the one from Spain. Yeah, the El Cagner, the guy taking a dump. It just shows how immature I am.
Yes.
We're all childish. I love that. Okay. And I guess the decor now. I mean, yeah, since we're only like 2 decor, I gotta go with the pickle. I feel like we've also mentioned pickles a lot. We mentioned it in our first podcast, I think, right?
We did.
We did about pickles
that can't bounce.
You can't bounce pickles.
Yes.
Check it out.
That's a throwback. Weird animal laws. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Love the throwback, the shout out.
But yeah, I also thought the You'll Go was pretty cool. But those had to be my top 3. That is a wrap on the holiday traditions and decor and festivities.
That's great. Snaps.
Yeah.
What?
Snaps.
You have something to say, Chris?
I wanna share my research findings that I did.
Of course.
I'll do it really quick.
For sure.
So I recently asked my Instagram followers because I've had this discussion for many years about what is better, having colored lights or white lights for your Christmas display, and I did it. It was the course of 2 days. It was this story that I had on my Instagram about colored and white lights. I had 88 people respond to it.
Wow.
58% of people responding said that they used colored lights for their Christmas. 42% said that they used white for their Christmas. So that means that out of 88 people, 51 said colored, 37 said white. So
wow. Those are pretty good analytics.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what the people have to say.
So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm right. Colored lights are better. Fight me.
I'm right. You're wrong. Shut up.
But for me, I like colored. I like white. It's whatever vibe I'm kind of
I like the white lights because I like the aesthetic. Yeah.
It's all about aesthetic. It's too preppy for me, I think. I like having some color.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, now we're at the end of the episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be released before Christmas, so I hope you guys, Gavin, Chris, and to our listeners, I hope you all have a Merry or Happy Christmas and stay safe.
And if you celebrated Hanukkah, hope you had a great Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have one episode left that we're gonna submit right before the end of the year. That'll be a fun one. And then we're gonna take a break. But things have been going well. Last week we also hit 1,000 downloads.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone with that. That's so fun, so great.
I know, I forgot to mention that. Can you believe that?
I know, and we were talking about that today when we were recording this.
Literally, like 2 minutes before.
Exactly. So if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave a review and rate us. We love to see that. And if you want to give us 5 stars, great. If you don't want to give us 5 stars, you don't need to leave anything. That's totally okay. But for This Strange World, I'm Gavin.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Chris. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Want more of This Strange World? You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at This Strange World Podcast and on Twitter at This Strange Pod.
And now it's time for the sources, because someone came up with these traditions, and it sure as heck wasn't us. So Leah, where did you find... Well, we mentioned some of these sources, or some of the traditions, but Leah, where did you find all of these lovely, unique holiday traditions?
I mean, so some of them were from our friends and the people that responded,
Yes.
but the other one was from Heifer, Delightfully Weird Holiday Traditions Around the World. The second one was from Newsweek, 10 Weird Holiday Traditions Celebrated Around the World. And the third one was from Spoon University, 8 Unique Holiday Food Traditions from Around the Globe. And that is all my sources.
Fantastic. Well, now we're in the epilogue. Another thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention before the sources is that other big news, we're available on even more platforms. We're now available on Amazon Music and Audible.
That's right,
So,
Gavin.
I think we're available on like upwards of like 20 platforms, which I think is pretty interstellar.
We're a legit podcast.
Yeah, we couldn't have done it all without our listeners and the
Of
people
course.
that just, we want to thank you all so much. We love creating new podcasts and releasing them every single week. And we always say, if you have suggestions or you have feedback, please let us know. We love hearing from y'all. And
we love getting DMs. Yeah, if you want to DM us,
slide into the
ideas,
DM.
slide in. We'd love to see it. Love to hear it.
But seriously, have a happy, safe, and a wonderful Christmas, New Year, and we love you all so much.
I mean, we still have one more episode before New Year's, so we
but
don't need
this
to...
is coming out before Christmas, so have a happy, Merry Christmas.
Yes, happy Merry Christmas, and now let's say what we always say at the end of every podcast. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. I snagged that hot dog. What did you say, Leah?
Lime!
To Lime. Yes.
What?
L'chaim. That's to life. What did you say, Chris? You said
I
bah
said
humbug?
bah humbug because it's.
I think I said don't forget to grab that pickle. Something about pickles. I don't know.
Don't touch my pickle.
Have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.